Bodhisattvas, Great Master Ching Liang, Great Master Xuan Hua, all good monks and nuns and all good no advisors of Amitofo. 诸佛菩萨、精良大士、师父、上人各位、出家人各位、善知识、阿弥陀佛。chư Phật Bồ Tát, kính thưa Thanh Lương Đại sư, Thiện Thiên Hóa, quý thầy cô và quý vị thiện tri thức cả nhà Phật. Hello everyone, today is the 23rd of February 2025. We're here at DTT to discuss the first chapter, the Avatamsaka Sutra. Thank you for joining us. We're on slide number 10. This section is describes 10 of the countless Gandharva kings who were in attendance. And there's too many of them, so in the Avatamsaka Sutra, they only list 10, but this represents countless. Okay, Gandharvas, as a reminder, Gandharvas are part of the Eightfold Division. Their jobs is to protect the Dharma, protect those who cultivate the Dharma. And these are also called musician spirits. They don't eat food like we do, but they consume incense for their nourishment. And their job is also to provide entertaining music to the god of the second desire heaven, that is the Christian god, also known as Indra or Chakra in Sanskrit. So it's rather interesting that the Gandharvas, the Gandharva kings, are actually Mahasattvas. They're Bodhisattvas of great level of wisdom, and they chose to do, if you will, menial task. In Vietnam, they say that if you are into entertainment, then you are low life. Okay? And so it tells you that how interesting it is that these Mahasattvas, the way they go about influencing and helping living beings, they would do things like making music. Isn't that cool? And then that brings a smile to living beings, including the other gods. All right. Gandharva King Pure Eyes gain a passage into liberation of ending the distress and sufferings of all beings forever and inspiring a treasury of happiness in them.
净目前踏婆王得永断一切众生忧苦，出生欢喜藏解脱门。
Okay. First observation, inspiring a treasury happiness. Okay? The Mahasattvas, when they go to work, the important part of the work is also to bring happiness. Don't think that Mahasattvas are just pure and they are so pure, they don't look into like joy and happiness. Part of the Dharma propagation is also to bring happiness into others. Please keep that in mind. Cultivation that's the greater part of cultivation. You first start with meditating and purifying your mind, but once your mind is purified, then you go to work. And you do a lot of things to here for the Gandharva kings to bring joy, bring a smile on people's face. And that's Dharma propagation. That's helping living beings. Isn't that interesting? So it's real. It's called engaged Buddhism, where you actually engage with others and help them and inspire them towards Buddhahood. Okay? So the point here, folks, is that the people who have wisdom, they do not shun people. They do not isolate themselves, but actually they engage with us and make us feel good about ourselves and believe in cultivation. Okay? Yeah. So what did he do? He says here, he became enlightened. Okay? That's again a passion to liberation, meaning that he became enlightened. Okay? He got to where he's at by ending the distress and sufferings of all beings forever. So here, distress is actually, yo is more like worries. Yeah? We living beings have a lot of worries. We worry about what others think of us. No? That's a good part of our energy, is to manage how others perceive us. We put on clothes, do our hair, and so forth. Oh, excuse me, not you, not me. Okay, so imagine, just think about it. Ordinary people spend an extraordinary amount of time every day because they're worried about how others think of them. Agree? And this is what we take for granted. We take it as a way of life that's normal. Well, actually, it's suffering. It's worries. And only bodhisattvas, mahasattvas are aware of it, so they do something about it. Because if they can relieve our worries, we have a lot more energy to live a better life, don't we? Speaking of worries, isn't that cool? It's so fascinating to me. The insights of these great beings who have great wisdom, what they do to help others. And we aren't even aware of it. When they relieve your worry, we worry less. We cannot even tell the difference, can we? Yeah? You still see only worries. You don't see that you worry less. Okay. And suffering. Okay? And not only worries, but also sufferings. Because ultimately, the nature is first you worry, okay? But then at the deeper level, it's a suffering that you have to endure. Okay? So far so good? It says forever. How do you end the worries and suffering of all beings forever? You think it's that easy for them to get to where they are by doing simple things? It says forever is a key. Yeah? So what do you think? Put yourself in this animal, the animal king, Gandharva king. Gandharva is basically an animal. It's a low life. It's a spirit. It's very low. In the scheme of things, the spirit is nothing very high. And so he got his position, he got his status as a Mahasattva by ending worries and suffering of all beings, everyone, not just Koreans, not just Chinese, not just Vietnam, not just LGBTQ, you name it, okay? He does not discriminate, okay? All beings, meaning it's no discrimination, okay? Okay? And forever. How do you end your worries and suffering forever? Aren't you curious? Would you like it, huh? No more worries forever. No more suffering forever. Yeah? Go to the Pureland, kid. No more worries, no more suffering. I promise. That's the nature of Amitabha Buddha's Pureland. No suffering, no worries. Okay? Saha world is suffering and worries. All right? So how do you end it besides going to the Pureland? Forever. Okay, Koreans, I know it's still early for you, but put on your thinking bonnet. How do you end it forever? Okay, Koreans everywhere. In Russia, Ukraine, okay, how do you end your own suffering? I'm not talking about others. I'm just talking about your own. Okay, if you cannot end your own worry and suffering forever, you cannot help others. Agree? You have to know how to do it to yourself before you can eventually learn how to do it for others, to others. Okay? Yes, so how? Yes, 3.
더 이상 생각하지 않습니다.
Why this answer is getting shorter and shorter
답이 점점
already.
Master's instruction.
Master, no more thinking. As you instructed, my answer is short.
No more thinking. You're not making sense. Okay, but anyway. Okay, yes, go for it. How do you end it forever?
Thank you, Master. You have to first learn to detach.
Detach. This lady here has some wisdom. Okay. Continue. How does detaching end it forever?
Because when you don't attach to thing, then you are not. You're not suffer.
You will not suffer. I like that. Okay, that sounds promising. You too.
Zhehong has a question on slide 10, or Master, a question for the translation of slide 10.
Yes.
Beginning of the second half, why is Chu Sheng translated as inspiring?
He produces, help them produce. That's how I read it. And inspiring is okay.
She has a suggestion. How about translating it as giving rise to?
Giving rise works. Inspiring is more flowery, if you will. Okay, because it's adding here. She's right. She's right. Giving rise to is kind of plain vanilla. Inspiring here is sort of more like this king. The king don't work the same way, don't operate the same way we do. To me, if you say a king give rise to, is too plain vanilla. Kings are kings because they inspire people. Look at our president. I mean, my president, not yours. Okay? He inspires people. He terrifies, then inspires. Okay? It's nothing plain about him, nothing vanilla about him. So that's why I don't object to inspiring. But more exactly, yes, giving rise to or helping produce something as plain as that is more factual. What do you think? He's a leader. See, he's a king. Leaders inspire. They're supposed to inspire. And he's a very big shot. So I don't think he does ordinary things in an ordinary plain way at all. Okay? Great leaders inspire, in my mind. Agree or disagree? But she's right. Chu Sheng is but they could have said like something in Chinese, inspire. I don't know what's inspire in Chinese. Can you give me a Chinese character, Chinese word for inspire? Or what to use? Chi Hong has a good point. The reason I asked for the Chinese character is I want to see, maybe not now but later, what is it? Why did they choose to translate from Sanskrit into Chinese as Chu Sheng instead of the Chinese word inspire? But for us Americans, inspire is, to me, more suitable than simply giving rise to. Yeah, 5.
Inspire is like 启发 or 激发 in Chinese.
Okay. But on the other hand, come to think of it, maybe Chu Hong is right. Because if this is the other thing that I missed, and I am grateful for her to point it out to me. When you end distress and suffering, you will give rise to happiness. That's the flip side I didn't see. Yes, 6.
I agree with Zhi Hong. I like the give rise to better, just because it's also, point 1, it's more closer to the text. Point 2, I think it's almost stronger, because inspire is like aspirational. It's a little bit not clear if it's happened. To me, there's a little bit of that room of maybe just inspiring, but give rise to it actually happened. It actually produced it.
Okay, I like it. Okay, I will go with the majority. 2 against 1. Happy? Looks better? I think she's right. I agree. Thank you. So cool how our collective wisdom is making this better, this practice better. Okay, so how do you end living beings forever? You end forever when you completely, what? Eradicate the source of distress, of worry and suffering. Agree? Logically, if there's no cause, okay, the reason you suffer and you worry is because there's a cause for it. Okay? So the cause for it is, yes, 6.
Your ego.
Your ego. Okay? So so the cause for it is basically attachments. So far, so good. And the cause for attachment is what? Is the ego. Yeah? All right? Forever means that you become enlightened. Getting rid of the old ego is still not completely forever. Okay? So he helps people first in various degrees, eventually push them into enlightenment. And that's the code, that's the secret mission for all these great kings, great celestial kings. They, believe it or not, work hard towards helping us become enlightened. Through music here in this case, because he plays music, and somehow that music help the listeners lessen the worries and their suffering, and help them become enlightened. Don't think that becoming enlightened and their suffering forever is simply even listening to music can do that. The beings who have wisdom would do that. They're not limited to just crossing legs and so forth. You start first by crossing legs and learn the fundamentals of cultivation. Eventually, when you master your own wisdom, and then you learn how to help others. There's so many ways to help others. Not necessarily that you need to continue to punish yourself and limit yourself to a very narrow set of rules and conditions to cultivate. Okay? So you see how wonderful Buddhist cultivation is? It has so many ways to do it. Not simply, meditation, chanting. It's only a start. Okay, folks? Sounds good? Huh? Okay? And it's just one thing that you've been exposed to, that these beings, they use music to make it happen. Because fundamentally, she looks good, with her hair, Yeah, excuse me, I'm get distracted easily. I'm always worried that after I shave people's head, the heads will not look good. And then I feel so sorry, But she's a woman. I can't put my hands through her head before. I have to wait until today. And then if it looks bad, I say, no, it's not for you. Grow your hair again. Okay, today's a happy day, folks. She's getting committed this afternoon. Okay? Yes, sir. Yeah, whatever he wants. We are easygoing. Do whatever you want. You can roll around on the floor like some people down south, So you used to roll around like circumambulate on her back. It's so original. Did you ever see her? She rolls around like gymnastic all around. We are a bunch of weirdos, let me tell you. And that's cultivation, mind you. Okay, anything else? Okay, next, let's not overdo it. 12. Gandharva king floral crown, gain a passage into liberation of severing all sentient beings, deviant views and delusions forever.
华冠乾闼婆王得永断一切众生邪见或解脱门。
Okay, let's see what Master Shenhua has to say. And by the way, thank you for Chihung for helping with the Chinese and the translation. Okay, it's great. I'm glad she brought it up because it gave me a different angle to the Dharma. Thank you very much. I love it. Wei Mountain.
Master, so these Gandharva king play music and inspire us to become enlightened. Are we okay? Do we have the green light to listen to music in a way to help us become enlightened in that way?
Okay, that's a fair question. What kind of music? This guy is very, very creative. You need to be cautious. You see the tone of my voice? I'm throwing caution to the wind. What kind of music?
The kind of music that Master approves.
I'm speechless. So Chan, when you beat the masters to the tongue, the master was 无言可说, was speechless. He always, that's so Vietnam, they stroke your ego, you know. Hence is, I suppose. Okay, moving on. Troublemaker. Okay, so Master Shenhua says we have a lot of deviant knowledge and deviant views, and we can pick up deviant stuff and bad stuff effortlessly, but when we want to learn good stuff, we really struggle. It's so true. It's just natural for me. Gambling, drinking, no problem. Smoking, no problem. But studying, okay. And so the severs living beings' deviant views and delusions forever. Okay, that's a lot of work. Okay, to sever living beings' deviant views and their delusions. Forever is a very, very strong statement. He's not happy just us reducing our deviant views, our wrong views, and our delusions, okay, our confusions. He wants us to do it forever. It's so cool. Meaning what? He's relentless. You know what does it take to get from here to zero, okay, forever? It takes a long time. It's not that fast, folks, because we've been revolving in this wheel reincarnation that for so long that we got so used to it, you know, that we are so used to having deviant views and doing silly things out of confusion, that each lifetime we can only undo so much. It's not that easy. So that means that he pursues us. He says, I'm keeping an eye on you, okay? I mark you, okay? And I will follow you, and I will help you wherever you go. I will do everything I can to sever your deviant views and delusions. How is everyone today? Okay. Where was I? I forgot already. That's what happens when you're under pressure. I have so many deviant views and delusions. Okay, so you see, we, as I said, each lifetime, each time we take on a new body, we can reduce only so much. Okay? So next lifetime he pursues us. So you know what it means? That he keeps track of where we go, and then he follows us, and then he finds all sorts of ways to help us wherever we are. So it's fantastic, not just this lifetime, but he keeps on pursuing us. He's relentless, folks. That's what really we need to do, is needed to get to the forever state. Okay? 14. Gandharva king, happy stride and universal sound, gain a passage into liberation of, spreading everywhere like clouds, shielding and nourishing all sentient beings.
喜布普音乾闼婆王，得如云广布，普音则一切众生解脱门。
Okay, 15. What does Master Shiro have to say? Okay, so Master Shiro's insight is that this guy enjoys walking, happy stride, probably Korean. Yeah, the Korean are crazy about walking. And such as taking a stroll in garden or walking in nature. He has universal sound. He's known as universal sound because he enjoys playing music, such as the guitar and harp and so forth. And so you see these Gandharva kings, their work of helping beings open the wisdom and end the suffering involves bringing joy and happiness to living beings. And that's the nature of their work is to bring joy. Someone asked me, stopped me on my way down to lunch, and she says, "What do I do now?" I said, "What? What do you want?" And he says, "What do you do?" I said, "I don't know." And then I forced her to pick a topic, pick a person. So she, you see, that's how you do. You don't try to grab. It's like it's a trap. You say, "What do I do? What am I supposed to do?" I say, "I don't know." And now the pressure's on who? Not me. You see, I want you to be careful because they come and entrap you. Don't think of yourself as a big Dharma master where you know everything, because you're not, because I'm not. So finally she says, "What do I do with my son?" I said, "I don't know." You see, it's still too vague. And then he says, "But he said," I said, and this is your answer, lady. Have fun. Okay? You're trying so hard to make sure everything is right, and he's learning, he's getting better, and he's becoming a good boy. How about fundamental things such as have fun with him, share the joy that gets to his heart, and he'll remember that mom is the one that made me happy, and it's fun to be with mom. And later when he find another woman, he find out woman is pain. Mom is joy. Take advantage of it, you silly woman. Got that? Okay? I couldn't explain it to you. You're just so serious. He's got to do it right. He's got to learn the right things and so forth. No. Have pure fun. Are you listening, the other women, the other mothers? Huh? Have fun with your children. Really pure fun. Be silly, but really share the fun together. It is so important. I feel this is what these Gandharva kings are doing. They somehow give us just fantastic, wonderful music that we like so much. And he said, no, boy, you give me something, a joy that I never had before. Okay? It inspires them to do things they never done before. How's that? Talking about exerting influence and inspiring or giving rise to people. You are way too serious. Have fun, folks. Enjoy, not just with your son, but enjoy with your husband, your girlfriend. Never mind. Okay? Okay. So he enjoys it. Okay? He enjoys it. That's the main thing. You have to enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, then you are scheming. You have to be genuine. And that's what I hope that you'll be. Whether you're a nun or nun to be or a monk, okay? Be genuine. Don't try to impress so much. Don't try to please so much, please. Just be yourself. Be genuine. You know, people really appreciate it. I appreciate it when people are genuine to me. I say, I hate you. I say, I like that. Don't have to sugarcoat me and say, you kind of sometimes unbearable. Sometimes? What are you talking about? Okay, how about now? You see, be genuine, be real. Don't worry about it. You must make sure he has fun or he's happy. Just be genuine, be happy yourself. And that spreads. It rubs off you. Okay? Does it make sense? I feel this is what this Gandharva king is about. He's not trying to make you feel happy and so forth. He feels happy first inside himself. He says, I love music. Okay? I really like music. And so I chose to become a Gandharva king, become a musical spirit, because I will produce the best music that will inspire you. Agree? It's so fundamental. Please stop. Can we stop scheming for one? Like, don't try to help your brother so much. Okay? And make sure that he's doing the right thing. Bring him to temples and, eat vegetarian. Baloney. Go have some steak. Okay? Have fun. That's the main thing. And if you genuinely having fun with others, it's a wonderful way to bond, folks. You know too much, you're scheming too much, you want it to be right, you want it to be beneficial. And we all forget about the fundamental human nature. Okay? We want that real emotions from our heart, not just something that is beneficial. And that's the sickness of the modern times. We know too much. It is something, let me tell you, that what? AI can never do, except you. Be genuinely happy. Can you see a computer being genuinely happy? That's why you are always irreplaceable. Do you like that? You're special. Okay? That's it for today. I'm tired. Okay. Shall we stop? No. She says, I'm enjoying this too much. You cannot stop. Okay. And then also in Chinese, it says, 因者, right? So I took a look at that because this part is important. It says, spreading everywhere like clouds. Remember today, for today, the prior two Gandharva kings, what do? Forever. 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 You see that? This guy, okay, is not forever. He simply says, I spread out everywhere like clouds, meaning that I don't discriminate, okay? And what I do for them, I shield and nourish all sentient beings. Why? Because it's needed. Remember, these are great bodhisattvas pretending to be a musician spirit, but actually they're very, very wise, and they disguise themselves, okay, as Vietnamese sướng ca vô loại. I don't know how to translate that. Hung, how do you translate? Hung Thuy, how do you translate sướng ca vô loại? See, now they're stuck.
Sorry, Master.
Sướng ca meaning those people. Hey, Chung, what's sướng ca vô loại? He has no clues, and then he understands. He speaks French and Vietnamese, English, but when you ask him about the important things in a Vietnam language, sướng ca vô loại, no one knows. He doesn't know. What's sướng ca vô loại, Vietnam people? Time to show your true Vietnam colors. You know, I have the reputation. They accuse me of being a fake Vietnam person. I said, there's no Vietnamese about you at all. You are a scammer, Vietnam scammer. Yeah? What is? Yeah? Yes, 3?
Dạ thưa thầy, theo con hiểu.
She's Vietnam. I thought she's Korean. And the whole time I look at them and say, oh, Korean sisters. Sorry, go ahead.
Dạ theo con hiểu cái xứng ca vô loài đó là tại vì nói là những người mà theo về đi về nghệ thuật hay là ca sĩ á, thì là họ không có đàng hoàng hoặc là họ không có đạo đức lắm. Để con hiểu như vậy.
Yeah. Vô loài nghĩa là sao?
Theo con nghĩ là giống
vô lại là vô loài.
Không có giống ai hết.
Vô loài.
Giống như là
okay.
con giáp thứ 13 thầy.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Okay, very good. You know, actually, to tell you the truth, my elders used that expression. I couldn't understand it. I only memorized it. Now she helped me understand it better. Thank you very much. Yes, go Forrest.
Amitabha Master. Here in Go Force, we more or less agree on that the Sướng ca vô loại is the entertainer, singer, have no classes.
No classes? What do you mean no class? You're telling me like Taylor has no class?
They are low life, if you can say that.
And his translation is debatable, okay? No class? The other Vietnam people agree over there and go for it? You agree that it says no, your law is no class? Seriously? Okay, let's go to another Vietnam person.
Thank you, Master. Thank you, Master. I'll agree on not low class, but low life.
No?
My grandma used to tell me, and she used to be a singer, but for Dong Bong back then. Entertainer, yeah.
Entertainer.
She told me. Entertainer, yeah.
And?
So, she always told me is they tend to be the lower class of all kind of all the people.
Okay, so it is derogative, yes, lower class. Okay, anyone else? Wei Mao. Of course, yeah, we can count on these ladies who know about xướng ca vô loại.
Theo con biết á, là xướng ca vô loại là tại vì hồi xưa đó là những cái người mà ca sĩ đó họ không có một cái nơi chỗ đàng hoàng, không có những cái nơi tụ điểm, giống như là một cái gánh hát cải lương đi thì họ phải đi ăn đình ngủ quán rồi chung chạ với nhau á, đàn ông đàn bà chung chạ với nhau, ngủ chung lẫn lộn trong đó. Rồi những người nào mà những người ca sĩ mà thích đi theo những cái đoàn hát như vậy đó thì họ phải bỏ gia đình, tại vì hồi xưa cái phương tiện nó rất là khó. Mỗi lần mà đi hát ở đâu là phải một cái gánh hát phải bồng bế nhau rất là nhiều, rồi nhiều khi sanh con đẻ cái ở trong cái vùng đó. Tới một cái vùng quê thì cũng ở đó. Dạ, rất là tội nghiệp những người ca sĩ ngày xưa là như vậy đó, chứ không phải là họ thấp hèn hay là gì. Với lại hồi xưa đó họ nhiều khi ca sĩ họ không có một cái sự học ở đâu hết, giống như thí dụ thích đi ca thì họ đi vào đó họ ca. Cho nên ngày xưa những cái gia đình họ không có cho con mình đi ca hát là bởi vì đi chung chạ đàn ông với đàn bà chung ở trong đó lẫn.
Too much information, yeah.
Dạ, rồi không có được đàng hoàng đó, cho nên là mới nói là xướng ca vô loại là một cái người nó không có rõ ràng á, nó không có đàng hoàng, nó không có tế nhị, giống như cái cuộc sống đó. Một cái cuộc sống nó không có được một cái nơi chỗ đàng hoàng hết, cứ chung chạ với nhau vậy đó. Dạ, đại khái là như vậy, là ngày xưa là như vậy á. Dạ. Cho nên mới đặt là xướng ca vô loại.
Okay, that's enough for today. No more. Translation.
Hello, Master. So the first lady at DTT saying that what she understands about the word xướng ca vô loại is those people who follow music and follow artistic. Those singers is not, they don't have good virtue. They don't have enough virtue. And so then his mom, Lily, saying that according to her, back in the old day, those singers, they don't have a specific place or a gathering so that they can do singing together. So they have to gather with like the whole group. And male and female, they stay, they sleep, and they eat all together in one place. So sometimes they have to leave their family because at that time the means of transportation was very difficult. So they have to help each other, and they have to stay in one place with the gánh hát, with the
troupe.
People, with the troupe together. So then, because they staying all together in the mix between male and female in that way, sometimes they give birth to the child and they just live and eat there. It's not that because they are low class. It's just because back in the old day, they don't have enough means to support, so they have to support each other. And also, those singers, they don't have to go into education, and they only need to know how to sing, and then they can sing. So then their family, they seeing those group of people where male and female stay together in that way is not clearly, is not good and lack of subtlety. So then back in the day, that's how I understand the word xướng ca vô loại.
Wow, impressive. I rarely encounter an explanation that made me feel like I don't want to find out anymore about this. But thank you. It's so fantastic. I have no more doubt. But however, it's the old times, right? I mean, the same in other cultures as well, right? In China, same thing, no? Because Korean. But here nowadays, these entertainers are like celebrities, right? Anyway, yes, Wei Mao.
Hello, Master. In some ways, I think with Vietnam might have something in common with South Carolina.
No. Careful. Okay. Backtrack a little. When I say Vietnam, it's me. There's a derogative thing in there. Don't imitate me. The Vietnamese will get very upset. Okay?
Because if an older person went up to a young person like, hey, where do you work? Or you going to school? And if the answer was, oh, I play guitar, then that was looked down upon. Like it meant you don't have a job.
Okay, in South Carolina. Okay, all right, very good. See, even there's some rapprochement between the Vietnam and the South Carolina people. Excellent. Okay. Anyway, can I move on? I think I got enough in trouble. Okay, and so the point here is that depending on the culture, depending on the times, it's true in the past as well. In the West, the entertainers were like lower class. The troubadours, they would go from castle to castle, and they basically are clowning around for food, right, and for shelter. And same thing in most cultures. But nowadays it's the same thing. Nowadays it's like it's less celebrities. Like I read an article recently that says a famous Vietnamese singer is opening a Vietnam restaurant somewhere in Shanghai. Very expensive location, very high rent. She has 2 different restaurants, and she's very famous. And she's spreading the Vietnamese culture. Chi Fa, Chi Khăn, something like that. Anyone, does it ring a bell? I never heard of her. Chi Fu. Oh, yeah, Si Fu. Yeah, that's very close to Si Fu. Is she good? Really? I never got a chance. I was too busy. I couldn't look it up because I was very curious. As a woman, spreading Vietnam culture. I was so impressed. But is she good? How come she's so famous? I don't get it. I never heard of her. I pretend that I'm not to hear of her. But is she good? Maybe, okay. Very, very, very committed. Okay, so, you see, this Gadava king here, his job is to bring entertainment, bring fun to living beings that he's trying to help. He's trying to help become enlightened. Isn't that interesting? It's fun he's bringing to us. Not pain in the legs and scolding and beating and so forth. It's so interesting to me. Okay? And then what he does is that he shields and nourishes all beings. Again, it's because you shield, because we need to. For us to make it to Buddhahood, to big levels of attainment, we need shielding, we need nourishing. Shielding here is shade, like a tree. Okay, the tree provides shades to us, and Ch is moisture. So bring moisture, bring things that we need, like water, like moisture. Okay, so he's provide protection, okay, and provide sustenance, if you will. Without moisture, all living things will shrivel up and die. Okay, so very, very, very telling here. In order to help and influence people, you need to protect them and you need to nurture them, provide nutrition for them. If you're a parent, if you're a boss, same thing. All have to do that. Isn't that interesting? All right, next. Gandharva king, happily dancing in splendid eyes, gain a passage into liberation of, manifesting an immense, wondrously splendid body, spreading peace and joy to all.
乐摇动美目前踏婆王，得现广大妙好身，令一切获安乐解脱门。
17. Happily dancing in splendid eyes. Yeah, some of you are giggling already. I like this. You're missing the point. What's the point? When you dance a tango, okay, what do? You look into the person's eyes. Okay, so it's dancing happily and make yourself more alluring by looking into the eyes, and they find out how splendid your eyes are. He is so sneaky. Don't you think? So he dances with you, and then he looks into you like nonchalant. He is actually hypnotizing you. I love it. This guy is so evil. Hey boys, are you paying attention? Huh? You think getting to a lady's heart is that simple? Learn from the best. You have to dance and look into the eyes. Hey boys, I remember vaguely in my prior life, the women like it when we look into their eyes. True or not? Not true. Don't listen to her. It's so important. You look at Chung. Chung is looking into your eyes. Okay, so this guy is so cool. He dances, he enjoys dancing, and then he has such beautiful eyes that he will look into your eyes. Okay? And he got his position by manifesting in a Guang Da, is vast and great. Vast is endless, okay? It's so vast you cannot see the whole thing. When you say vast, is that I see here, but actually it's more. I cannot see. Agree? Okay, vast. And Da is maybe tall, has a height. Okay? And then not just height, but also not big. He's on diet. No, Da here is great, meaning that impressive. Okay? He's into impressing you with this wondrously splendid body. Okay? This wonderful and splendid body. Ling yi jie ho an le jie tu men. And how would you translate it? With all due respect to the Chinese translation? Okay. Spreading peace and joy to all. You can do spread, but Ling is stronger than spread. Shall we say enabling? Ling is actually very deliberate. Okay? Spreading is like anonymously. But Ling is actually intentional behind it, deliberately, okay? Making it happen, making you more peaceful and more joyful. Okay? You cannot ignore the Ling here in Chinese. Ling here is deliberately doing things, especially with his wondrous and splendid body, to bring you peace and joy. Okay, isn't that fascinating? He would choose this Guangda, vast and great and wonderful, splendid body, and that brings peace and joy. I still don't see the connection between that kind of body and then bringing peace and joy. Because I have this vision from Star Wars where that guy, that big guy that sits on the, what is that called? I forgot already. Huh? Butt face? No. Is that what he said? Java the Hun, thank you so much. Who said that? Taiwan. Impressive. Java the Hun, okay? To me, that's Guangda, okay? Vast and great body. You see that, like a big thing here. You cannot see the end. You cannot put your arms around. To me, that's Guangda. Wondrously splendid body. Okay. Anyway, in manifesting that, he somehow makes us more peaceful and more joyful. That I could not see Java the Hun doing it to me. Yes, 5. How is it possible?
The way I read it is like, it's not just his body looks good, but also like his moves. Like imagine you look at a beautiful dancer, that's how he can make you feel.
What does it say move?
乐摇动. His name is 乐摇动.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It is so clever. You're right. Because of his movement. Like if you watch the Latin dancers, the way they move the hips. It's fantastic. Even the men, they move the hips. I say, how can men move the hips like that? It's illegal. Okay, thank you. Yao Dong is because his huge, wondrous body, but he moves it, the way he moves it. Unlike Java the Hun, who sits, the guy moves. Thank you. Oh my God, you are so good. You deserve a reward, but I have no money today. Forget it. Wei Mao. Wow, this is so cool. Thank you. You agree? You Chinese people agree? You're not Chinese. What are you on? Yes, Wei Mao.
Master, the other thing that I noticed in his name is Mei Mu, is the beautiful eyes, that when you look into the eyes of a person, like when it is so pure, you appreciate them a lot, and it causes you to feel happy. Like when you see the one that you love the most, they look into their eyes, you love them so much. That brings the peace and the bliss to the person.
I can't identify with that. Every time a woman looks into my eyes, I please spare me. I have no peace, I have no joy, I fear. And then you know what she does next? And then she smiles and shows her white teeth. And that's when you know that you surrender. Don't worry about this. Our explanation is far better. I love it, the 摇动, the movement. Oh yeah, the cha-cha-cha. Okay, next, 19. Gandharva king, lion banner, wonderful sound. Gain a passage into liberation of, dispersing all jewels of illustrious repute, everywhere, throughout the 10 directions.
妙音狮子床，乾大伯王，得普散十方一切大名称宝解脱门。
Okay, I don't think I can outdo the prior explanation. So you read it. Let me take a break. You know, I love the way we work together and parse the meaning of what they do, what they're about. It's fascinating. You know, you look at it from different perspective. I'm more from a tango and cha-cha-cha. Okay? So what does he do? Master Srinivasa says it scatters jewels throughout the 10 directions. And he has great renown. Everyone admires him. And he has his reputation, if we say, become enlightened. Okay? Very wonderful sound. Okay? So, here, part of his work, what he's known for is he has wonderful, wonderful sound. Okay? Meaning what? His music is incredible. Okay? I don't think they sing those Gandharvas. They make music. I don't know they sing at all. I know they use a lot of musical instruments, all sorts of musical instruments. Maybe singing too. I don't know. Okay? And they disperse all jewels of illustrious repute, Da Ming Chen, okay, Bao, everywhere throughout the 10 directions. And what are the jewels of illustrious repute? Okay, and I thought of it, and I thought maybe speaking Dharma. No? Or the music is help you line up, let go. Of great fame. He disperses the gems of great repute, great fame, great name throughout the 10 directions. So what are these gems? I would imagine something along the line of music, possibly. Maybe symphonies. I don't know. Playing a violin with Stradivarius. Yeah, or the flute. And so forth. Okay, we don't know everything. 21, Gandharva king universally releasing jewel brilliance, gain a passage into liberation of, manifesting a brilliant, pristine body and making everyone immensely happy.
普放宝光明乾闼婆王，得现一切大欢喜光明清净身解脱门。
Okay, so he spreads his light everywhere. And these enlightened beings, they have this brilliant light that when they choose to, they will spread it everywhere, okay, for us to reach us. And how does he get there? Once he got there, that's what he does. He's known to be emitting these brilliant light of different types of jewels. Each jewel, different kind of gem, emits different kinds of light. Okay, so he emits all sorts of wonderful light, bright light of different colors. Okay, and he got there by manifesting to manifest a 一切大喜大欢喜光明。Why 一切？一切大欢喜。So he manifests all sorts, all kinds of pristine body that is brilliant and that makes people very happy. No? The Chinese are shaking their heads and saying, stick to Vietnam. He says. All kinds of happiness and having a pure Dharma body. I think Masteryonghua gave up. Okay? Anyway, he manifests his big body and makes you very happy when you see it. And the body emits light. Yeah. People like body that has light. I don't know what it means. Okay? 23. Gandharva king, banner of Vajra trees blossoms, gain a passage into liberation of, everywhere moistening all trees, inspiring happiness in the beholder.
金刚树华床前踏婆王，得普滋容一切树，令见者欢喜解脱门。
Okay. Forget inspiring, but making people happy is more direct here. It's no more inspiring. Okay. Ling is to make it happen. Make it happen. All right. So king banner of Vajra trees blossom. Okay. Vajra trees. Vajra is a harder substance. Vajra tree. This tree is made of Vajra, and yet it grows flowers. Isn't that cool? It's like, if it's to relate to you because you don't know what Vajra is, it's like you have a tree made of plastic, and suddenly you have grow flowers. And that's the state of the Mahasattvas. Like in the Pureland, they have trees made of the 7 gems, and they have flowers, they have, all sorts of wonderful things. And they don't need any water. They don't need any trimming. Okay? So believe, it's so cool. Okay? And so the Vajra tree blossoms, so whatever Vajra tree, the tree of wisdom, blossoms. And he became enlightened. He got his current position by everywhere 自隐一切树 providing moisture to all the trees, okay, and inspiring and making and bringing happiness, making living beings happy. Yes, 6.
Master, I wonder when it often shows up this expression of banner of something, right? There was a banner of King Lion before. Now there's a banner of Vajra tree blossoms. So does that just mean the king has this banner with him? Or what's this banner thing? In Buddhism, it's very common.
Good question. Help. It's, from what I understand, banner is like, it sticks out in very high up there. So it's very visible. And why do you have a banner up there? Because you're making very loud. We proclaiming, make a proclamation. You're proclaiming. Okay, that's why you want everyone to pay attention. And everyone knows just as you, but they recognize you. Okay, so he's recognized by his peers. It's not about us, because we cannot see, we cannot understand his state. But to his peers, he's known as banner of Varsha trees blossom. Okay? So it's the name here was given to him by his peers, if more or less. Maybe a smart aleck says, oh, it must be Varsha tree blossoms. And then he eventually caught on. He's known as banner of Varsha tree blossom because there's so few like him. Okay, that's the banner. The banner is that it has to be some uniqueness about it, okay, that stands out, that no others have. Very much like when you have an army and the army goes out, they have these banners up high, right? And they carry the banner. Or for us in the U.S., we carry the flag. We don't have banners. Do we have banners? Cavalry back then? You're not born then, so you wouldn't know. So we have these banners to signify, to identify ourselves, to announce ourselves, and proclaim who we are. Okay? So actually, there is some respect, some recognition there, okay, by his peers, that he is Varsha trees blossoms. Okay, he's very unique. Okay, does it help? Does it make sense? Okay, that's what banner. You're right. The banner thing here is a very unique, distinguishing characteristics that his peers give him credit for. Okay? And that's one of the biggest honors, is about when your peers recognize you. The peers meaning the people of the same level or higher, not lower. Okay? When people lower and you give you something, okay. Stop kidding around. But when your peers and your superior give you this kind of nickname, then you're something else. Okay? These people, this Gandharva king, for example, these Gandharva kings, they're not worried about us, what we think of them. They're worried about what the peers think of them, worried about what the Buddhas think of them, whether the Buddhas and Mahasattvas approve of them or not. It's a very important distinction. They're not worried about losers like us at all. Okay? Sorry. Jumi. Way Mountain.
Dạ thưa thầy, con nghĩ cái tràng này chắc không phải là lá cờ, tràng này giống cái tràng Phan Bảo Cái á thầy. Giống như là nó từng tràng, từng nhúm hoa thì cái cây đó nó nở rộ ra từng tràng như cái mình nói giống như là mấy cái lọng tràng mà để che cho Phật giáo, mà mình hơi thấy mắt các vị thầy đi có từng tràng, có đúng vậy không thầy?
Don't you love it when a Vietnam woman corrects you? Vietnamese expression sửa lưng đó.
Không phải, con phải, mà con nghĩ cái tràng giống như từng tràng, con đang tưởng tượng nó ra từng.
Don't rub it in, lady. She's right. Banner of Varsha blossom. He says these blossoms look like banners. She has a good point. And she's really rubbing it in my face. First it's xứng ca vô loài, now it's it's hard to be sitting up there. I don't envy. Don't envy me because very good. Yeah, she's good. Has a good point. Those blossom are like banners, maybe. No. The Chinese disagree with you. Okay. Either way, okay. I'm wishy-washy. I'm trying to please everyone. Okay, very good. And you moisten all trees. Is that correct? The translation is correct? Yeah? So they brings water and moisture to trees which need to grow. And in doing that, they make people who see what? See what? The trees, right? Happy. How does it help them become enlightened? I don't get it. There's something I'm missing. Huh? How does it help them? It's so frivolous to me. Like you see, I can see you going out there, Jumi going out there and pouring water into a tree, maybe weeding a little bit. And when we see it, we're happy and we become enlightened. That's too much. Yes, 5.
The Chinese reads 滋荣一切树.
Yeah.
滋 is moisture.
Moisture.
I don't know what rong means, but I almost feel like they make the tree very, very, very big and beautiful. It's the same as you see.
Rong to me is like
Prosperity, right?
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, so the trees are not just
glowing, spreading, growing bigger, whatever. Huh?
So to me, it's the same as you see a beautiful dancer, listen to beautiful music, and you see a rong tree. It's just something beautiful about it that somehow make you enlightened. I don't know.
I fail to see that. Music, I understand. Dance, I understand. Trees, I'm not a tree person. Anyone help me out, please? There's something here that I'm missing. Because what he does to trees makes them happy. Making people happy by bringing moisture and make them grow, make them become luxuriant, whatever, and makes people happy and they become enlightened. This is way too much for me. Yes, go first.
Master, I'm thinking, could it be a symbolism of planting the Vajra seed in a human, in us, and then we cultivate, it's like nurturing it, and then we blossom and we become enlightenment?
That's pushing it, lady. Possible, I don't know. I still don't make connection. Actually, it has to be something that ordinary people can connect with. If you talk about Vajra, no, then you're talking about someone who understands already Buddhism and have a certain level of wisdom. He's talking about trees, okay? And somehow make them like glow or blossom, whatever, and then we look at them and we're happy, and then we become enlightened. It helps us become enlightened. That's what's fascinating about this guy. I don't get what he does. Yes, ma'am. 6.
Is that they're just so happy seeing something like prosper, like a miracle like this? They enter samadhi and and they enter a very high samadhi.
By looking at a tree? A Vietnam master used to teach tree hugging. I can see that. Okay? You can become enlightened hugging a tree, I think. But seeing a tree blooming and then prospering and then you become enlightened, that's too much. Yes, Weimar. Yes,
Master, it seems like there are lots of paths that are available for people to access enlightenment, and these beings find the
Yeah, precisely. But what's your interpretation of this besides the path? Which path is this? This is what we're trying to decipher. Huh?
love nature.
Trees? Tree loving?
Yeah, tree energy.
People. Okay, very good. A Korean tree-loving person behind us. 9.
Yes. 네, thank you, Master. 저는 나무를 보고
깨달음까지는 아니어도 마음이 열린다는 건 제 경험으로 좀 이해해 볼 수 있는데요. 한국에서 봤던 나무들하고 여기 이곳에 샌프란시스코에서 봤던 나무들 봤을 때 굉장히 장엄하고 근사해서 이렇게 마음이 열리는 경험이 있었습니다. 그래서 조금은 이해가 되는 것 같습니다. 그리고 이 자리를 빌어서 이곳에서 마스터 법문을 듣는 게 이번이 이제 마지막인데요. 이번 주 중에 한국으로 돌아가는 분들이 저를 포함해서 계시고요. 많은 분들의 도움을 받았고 또 그래서 깊이 감사드린다는 말씀을 드리고 싶습니다. 감사합니다.
Master, not exactly when I see trees, I don't get enlightened. However, I've experienced that seeing trees actually opened my mind. Looking at the Korean trees and then versus San Francisco trees, the trees, when I looked at these trees, they're great at really adorning. My experience was I was able to open my heart and I was able to understand a little bit more. Also, with this opportunity...
Wait. Is it American trees we're talking about or Korean trees? Korean trees.
American trees.
American trees.
Yeah.
Okay. I heard of it. I pretend.
Also, with this opportunity, I'd like to express my gratitude to Master and everybody who helped me, and including several Koreans here. This will be our last week, and will be my last time to listen to Dharma talk at the USA of Masters with Master. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for your input. We hate to see you go. But thank you for coming, all of you. Okay, and thank you for coming and join our lecture. It's been fun today for me. And a Vietnam woman in White Mountain Temple, someone should have a talk with her. I'm kidding. Thank you for all your input. I love it when we learn from each other, your perspective and my perspective. We all have different viewpoints, different interests. That's why learning about how these Gandharva, these great beings go about doing their work is so eye-opening for me. Thank you. Have a great week.